One of the malachos, one of the forbidden acts on Shabbos, is the malacha of soser, the malacha of destroying. We're not allowed to build things on Shabbos or destroy things on Shabbos. According to one opinion in the Gemara, the prohibition of destroying is when you're destroying for the purpose of building. I'm going to tear something down, but I'm going to rebuild it bimikomo, in the very place where it was previously built. The Gemara asks a question. We know that all the laws of Shabbos are learned from the way the Jewish people built the Mishkan, built the tabernacle in the desert. But when it came to the tabernacle, although the Mishkan was constantly built and then taken down, when it was taken down, it wasn't rebuilt in the very same place. It was built in a different place. They would take it down in one place, and then they would travel to a different place and rebuild it. How could we say the prohibition of destroying or the prohibition of taking something down, unbuilding it, is only prohibited when you rebuild it in the same place? That's not how they did it in the desert. In the desert, they took it down in one place to rebuild it in another place. And the Gemara gives a fascinating answer based on a pasuk in this week's parsha. The pasuk says, "Al pi Hashem yachanu, v'al pi Hashem yisou." They would travel, they would camp by the word of Hashem, and they would travel by the word of Hashem. And since wherever they camped, it was based on the command of Hashem, well, that's considered the same place. They took down the Mishkan where Hashem said, and they rebuilt it where Hashem said. What does this mean? Reb Chaim Shmulevitz gives a beautiful mashal. He says, imagine a newborn baby. When a baby is very, very young, the baby doesn't really know its surroundings at all. One thing the baby does know is it in the hands of its mother or it's not. If it's in the hands of its mother, then the baby could be at home, the baby could be out in the park, the baby could be in a grocery store, the baby could be in a very dangerous place. But to the baby, it doesn't matter. Is the baby in its mother's hands? Yes. Then the baby feels safe and secure. Beyond that, beyond the grasp of its mother, the baby doesn't even know where it is, and it's irrelevant to the baby. I'm in my mother's hands, and therefore I am safe. I'm in my mother's hands, and I don't care where my mother is. I don't care anything beyond that. We are in the hands of Hashem. When the Jewish people traveled, yes, they might have physically moved from place to place, but they were constantly in the grasp of Hashem. They were constantly being taken care of by Hashem. And therefore, the actual physical place where they were didn't matter to them. Al pi Hashem yachanu, v'al pi Hashem yisou. Since they camped based on the word of Hashem, and they traveled based on the word of Hashem, to them, it was all the same. It didn't matter the physical place, because it was always in the hands of Hashem. Such an important lesson for us to remember. Whether things are going well for us or not so well, whether we're in a place where we want to be or we're in a place where we don't want to be, it really shouldn't matter. One thing matters. Are we al pi Hashem yachanu v'al pi Hashem yisou? Are we living our lives based on the commandment of Hashem? Then we're in Hashem's grasp. Hashem is holding on to us, and Hashem is taking care of us. And therefore, physically, we might be in all over the place. We might be in many different places. We might be in difficult places. We might be in dangerous places. We might be in safer places. But it doesn't matter. We're in the hands of Hashem. Hashem is holding on to us. And therefore, to us, it really should be the exact same place. Because Hashem is always taking care of us. Have a great, great Shabbos.